Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and welcome back to another episode of How to Build. This is a series where I teach you guys how to build all my created characters in For Honor, either ones I've made for Legends or from the campaign or what have you, and today we're going to be talking about how to build my Xianhu character, Xiaoling. Now, this legend is one that I spent a long time working on, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you haven't watched it yet, please go give it a watch. I worked very hard on it, and I hope that you guys enjoy, like I said. But today I want to teach you guys how to build her yourself so that you guys know how to do it, and I'm very excited to share this. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, starting off, let's take a look at the armor sets. You want the Songshin helm. The Songshin helm. This is probably going to be the best one you can get. Then Shangshu chest and Tiao Wei arms. So let's run through that again. Songshin helm, Shangshu chest, Tiao Wei arms. And when you get it all like that, it should look something like this when you're completed. I like this look, the dress kind of look, the more dress style design, I think works very well for what she is. I didn't want her to look too much like a warrior because she's not. What I thought was so cool about Xiaoling is she's not technically a warrior. She is a woman being pushed into the role of warrior, and so she is not quite used to the way that that works or how that appears, so she's a little impromptu here. Now, when it comes to the blade, it's a little different. This blade actually has reference in the story. Her Phoenix's retribution sword that she crafted herself because she is a blacksmith. So for this, you want the Ming Hong blade. You want Ming Hong blade, the Ming Hong hilt, and the Gong Bu guard. So let's go through that again. Ming Hong blade and Ming Hong hilt and the Gong Bu guard. That is what you want to make the blade. I think it looks very beautiful, and it does go with her outfit very well, and we'll talk about all the color schemes that you'll need in just a moment, but that is how you create the look for Xiaoling. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. For traits, you want alternate 2, because she is a female, and you want the default skin color. The default skin color is just fine. All right, for the chest, you want the Bird of the South 1 paint pattern, which you get from the Zealous Zuchu anima outfit. And you want the Vermilion Flames 8 symbol, which you also get from the same outfit. The Vermilion Flames 8. No embossing necessary. For the ornament, you want the Art of War ornament, which you get from the Art of War Elite outfit. It looks very much like a phoenix, and it looks very nice on her shoulders there. Next, for the right arm, you want the Pantheon 1 paint pattern, which is, you should have it right away. You get it at Reputation 0 level 1. So you have this one. So Pantheon 1, no symbol, and then the Zealous Zuchu embossing, which you get from the Zealous Zuchu anima outfit. If you haven't figured it out yet, you want this outfit, okay? Okay. For the left arm, you want the Bird of the South 2 from the same outfit we've been talking about, and the Tools of the Trade 2 symbol, which you get from Reputation 13 level 2. So you do need to be Reputation 13 level 2 to get that symbol. I chose that symbol because it's a fan, and since she's one who works with fire, it makes sense for her to be all about the fans. Now, material-wise, you want gold. Gold material is going to look very nice with this. Now, you could get away with bronze, I guess, but gold is just going to look better. And torchlight would also work fine, but torchlight's going to cost you 10,000 steel, and gold you will get just by playing the character enough, so gold is going to be your best. For the back, you want the Canopy 2 paint pattern, which you get at Reputation 10 level 6, the Canopy 2 paint pattern, and you want the Vermilion Flames 8 symbol again. So same symbol as you got on the front, and no embossing. And then for the standards, you want the Apotropic Spell 2, which you got from the Monsters of the Otherworld event week 3. So if you played the Halloween event way back in the day, you should have this one no problem. But I do know that a lot of you probably did not play that game mode. So I'll go ahead and let you in on a little secret. You can replace it very easily with the Power of the Baron set, which you can get now if you want. That is a good option. Or, we'll scroll down for it. You can get it from the Gaolei's Breath set, which will be a good substitute. Any one of them will be fine. And finally, if you don't have any of those, scroll down a little further. Here it is. You can use the Melting, which you get from an outfit at Reputation 20, or You can use Snowy Betrayal 1, which you get from the Frostwind Betrayal event pass. So all of those are good substitutes, and there are a few other good ones, but those are probably the best ones that you're going to get. This one would also be fine, the Inquisition's Rule. I like the way the hues go in with it. The problem is it clashes a little bit with the top area, so you would need to change the top paint patterns as well to make it work, but this would not be a bad one for her. Honestly, I might play around with that and see how it looks, but for that one would be a good one to fall back on. Now for colors, you want Daybreak. You want Daybreak, which is Art of War Elite Outfit color scheme. Looks absolutely phenomenal on her. So if you've learned anything from this so far, the two outfits you want to get are the Zealous Zucha Anima outfit and the Art of War Elite outfit. That will help you get a lot of this done. So that is how you create this look. Now, on to the other stuff. Abilities. Give her fast recovery. Because she is used to working hard. She's used to, working the forge all day, and being a consort, she had to learn a lot of stamina. And so she would have fast recovery and work very hard. Now, obviously, you could also go with the first one, Fiery Tusk. But yeah, I think that fast recovery works well. Qilin Ruse is also good. You can go with the first feat here. And you could also go with Winner's Advantage, but I like Qilin Ruse a bit more for her. Fiery Breath is the one you definitely want. Don't get any of the others. Fiery Breath is what you need. And the reason why is because of the sword. Remember in the lore that I created for her, her sword is specially designed to bite like fire. So having her sword have a fire impact effect is rather necessary, I would say. And I would also give her Scorching Deluge over any of the others. Maybe Last Laugh, but I think Scorching Deluge would probably be even better. So those are her feats. For executions, you're going to want Sunda's Rule. What a Waste. Meet Your Biggest Fans. And Doe's Will. Now let me explain some of these. I chose Meet Your Biggest Fans because as a consort, she would probably have fans or some kind of regalia with her, and she would likely learn how to fight with those, so I thought that would be a good one for her to have. Doe's Will shows that flexibility and acrobatic skill that she probably learned. What a Waste is a very simple but stylish kind of move that I think she would be able to pull off with her limited combat training. And Sunda's Rule, I would actually be willing to trade this out. I chose it because it looks very neat, but it looks very simple to pull off, kind of like just a poke and then a roll to take off the arm and then a thrust. It doesn't look like it requires a whole lot of finesse or skill to pull off. So I think that would fit for someone who hasn't had a great deal of training. But another one that you could definitely give her, and we'll scroll down to it. Actually, we'll go to unique. That'll make it easier. It's Xie Feng, because I think that this one just works for someone. Because keep in mind, like I said before, Xiaoling is not a highly trained warrior. She was forced into the warrior lifestyle, so I feel like her executions should reflect a limited amount of training in combat, and so I think that you could replace Sunda's Rule with this one. And I do think that it looks just fine. The problem is I just don't have it. I haven't unlocked it, so that's why I haven't used it. So those would be your options for executions. For emotes, I used the Sword Master and Double Kick. Now the reason I use these is because she's being pushed into a warrior role. These look like training things. These look like things that she would be training to do, like training how to perform her kicks, training how to perform the Sword Master, training in how to accomplish these feats, which is also why I think you could also go with Fiery Routine. Fiery Routine would be a good fallback one because it looks like she's going through a training regimen. It looks like she's training herself to be a fighter, to actually go to war. So I think that would work. For combat, Imperial Salute and Brief Docility, I think, are fine. I would also be willing to go with Intimidation or Cutthroat, but I think that these two are just fine as they are. For signature, Avant-Garde Smithy. This just works too well for her, given that she is a blacksmith. So I think this works just really well for her as her signature. Like, she's now working the forge. She's doing what she's meant to do, creating those excellent weapons that she's so well known for. So I think that would be the best one. If I had to pick another one, I might go with Audacious Winner because, again, it looks like she's going through her training regimen. So if you don't have Avant-Garde Smithy, maybe go with Audacious Winner. Or you could go with That's the T. That would also work. All right, and finally for effects, Zealous Duce on almost all of them, okay? I chose the Zealous Duce because I think that her being the worthy Phoenix, it just fits too well. However, if you did not want to do that one, there are a few options. I will scroll down to them. And I'll tell you why I don't choose these first, but you'll see why. Sorry, they're way down here. There are just so many effects. All right, Bursting Flame is the first one that some might think of. The only reason I don't choose this one right away is because the fire is smoldering underneath her, which isn't really the point. The point is that her sword needs to be what's creating the fire, not her. Although it does look really good, don't get me wrong, that looks really good, and which is why it's a good option. It wouldn't be my first choice. It would not be the first choice that I gave. Next is Theft of Fire. And this one looks really cool because the fire is coming off of her. But if you look at the execution with Theft of Fire, and I'll scroll down to it. I'll scroll down to it again. There it is, sorry, passed it. If you look at it, it looks like the soldier themselves is on fire, which is nice, but again, not the point, I'm afraid. The other option is Hell's Gate, and this one's pretty close because the sword appears to be on fire in this case. But again, look at the ground beneath her. The ground is on fire as well, which was, again, not really the point. The point was that the blade itself was the one on fire. So you could go with Theft of Fire, Hell's Gate, or Bursting Flame. Any of those would work fine. But I think that the Zealous Duce just worked really well to go along with her theme of being a phoenix. And if you look at it when she strikes, you can see that the blade looks like it's burning, and then you see the phoenix burst from them. I just think that works really, really well. And you do this with all of them. In fact, some of these just look so good. Like look at this. Not that one, sorry. The other one. Here we are. That just looks solid. That just looks so solid. Anyway, so that does it. That is how you build Xiaoling. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Do you like Xiaoling? Did you hear her story? Do you like her story? Do you like how she looks? Will you be making her yourself? Let me know down in the comments section. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care.